Hi guys, Mr. Jaeger here, and welcome to a late channel update. Jose. I've been delaying the channel update. I intentionally delayed the update of this particular thing because there was some good news, everyone style. But unfortunately, the news that I want to bring out is not happening just yet. I kind of want it to finalize and be all secure, which is why I'm not going to talk into specifics. The only thing I will say, as a kind of, I'm sorry I can't give you the good news right now, but hopefully soon I can, is this news is going to be life-changing. Like, genuinely, legitimately, for the better life-changing. One second. I need another coffee. I've had like a coffee about 2 hours ago and I need to have another one. So, what exactly am I talking about? Well, again, I can't tell you. But what I can tell you is that, as said, the news is going to be big. It will affect the channel, it will affect live streaming, and hopefully it will affect my motivation. Because obviously, with the current state of affairs at my current workplace, motivation to do anything is very low right now. Mentally, health-wise, I feel drained a lot. And I do believe it's because of the current work predicament that I'm in. And I feel that if I'm in another location, in another place, mentally, I feel like I'm able to do the things I want to do more. And it's something that I'm hoping once I get that going, things will start turning around, my life will become more relaxed, and I can then think probably more proactively in terms of YouTube. So, that's the sort of general gist, is that the news is coming. Hopefully, within the next few weeks, I'll be able to make the announcement. So there might be a part 2 if this happens within May. Oh, for fuck's sake, yawning. Fuck off. Anyway, So, yes, I am needing a coffee after this, evidently. So I will wrap that bit up and say, watch this space. Second part may be incoming. If not, it'll be featured into June's update, which is pretty cool. So, what other bit of news is going on? Well, I've written down about the Invictus Flight Week, so let's talk about that. So, in Star Citizen news, we have the Invictus Flight Week coming up on the 20th of May to the 31st of May. So a nice full week, or even more than that, a few more days than a week actually, of the Invictus Flight Week, which is really cool. It's an event for those who don't play Star Citizen where you can fly in a number of military ships. It's a free week as well, so if you wanted to try Star Citizen out for the first time, you can do so, and it looks absolutely fantastic. 317 has been really... I will say, 317 has been a bit of a mixed bag, but leaning more positive than negative. You do get people who are complaining about the instability and bugginess, and it's like, well, Star Citizen's always been buggy. And the fix that they will be fixing this, but obviously this is the biggest and most positive thing about the entire factor is the fact that the rendering service software and all that jazz, basically the graphical systems, have been drastically improved to the point where frames on average are better, like in landing zones. Like, I had plus 50 frames in Arc Core. Now, bearing in mind, my rig, while it's good in graphical, in the RTX 2070 is good, it's got the SSDs, but I'm lacking in CPU and RAM performance. And normally, that would mean that in any of the landing zones, I would be lucky if I pushed more than 30 frames. But this update comes out, I'm walking around and I'm having smooth frames in fucking Arc Core. That's how impressive this is. So I am very happy to report that. And not only do we have better frames, but there was loads of other little things as well. They've revitalized the inventory system a little bit, so now you can steal quite a fair amount of valuable items from loot boxes. You can now sell the weapons and equipment from the loot boxes and put them into I can put them into the stores, and you can actually sell them for the money. You can also, what was the other thing? The combat systems of AI has been changed as well, so it's now more challenging. So there's a lot more things that you can do, as well as there's a lot more challenge towards dealing with AI, that if you're not much of a PvPer like myself, you've got tons of content still to do, and you can do a load. And with everything, becoming a little bit more, 1 second. Oh, no. I need a cup of coffee. Basically, after a while, well, after you can see the culmination effects, we will be able to see the fully expanded universe and eventually start having more planets and systems being put in. Hopefully Pyro comes this year, but I'm remaining a little doubtful. But what we will also note is we've got new Qantas systems in form. So for Quanta to briefly explain it as simplistically as possible, so I'll probably gloss over a shit ton, is basically how availability works in the sectors. If certain supplies and materials or whatever run low, the cost of getting certain materials goes up, supply and demand. And in certain cases, it may not be there altogether. 317 is experimenting/releasing the first stage regarding fuel. And I think that's a good start, because obviously fuel is something everyone uses, and with the Invictus Flight Week coming up, certain sectors, like for example the Crusader Point, will have their fuel costs go up into the fucking moon, resulting in the ships and vessels needing to get out of the area to resort to utilizing other things. I don't blame you so much. Fucking hell. It's like my brain's like, I'm tired of talking. Well, shut up, brain. Anyway, resulting in the new job role that the Starfarer has been waiting in the wings for quite some time. It got nudged onto the stage because it fell asleep. Has finally got a role in the form of being a fuel ship. So the Starfarer now finally has a use. And while despite being the worst large ship in the game, it is available now. It's available, it now has a purpose. And that's what I like. It's a nice little tidbit head nod towards head nod towards the role that it's intended to be, which is lovely. So yeah, happy stories aside. So that's probably going to be about it, I believe. There's not really much else I can really talk about in a more intriguing way, so I will wrap things up here. Thank you so very much for sticking with the channel. I apologize that the uploads and the streamings have been a little bit all over the place. I'm really hoping once I get into this new phase, I shall call it, things will start to look a little bit on the up. It still will be a bit chaotic, and maybe the channel will have to adapt and change, and it may not be as common, or I might have to, again, I will have to see what I need to do, because right now I keep trying to do stuff, and brain-wise, my motivation to do stuff is just so goddamn low. Work basically just drains me of all enthusiasm, and it's, and I just don't want to do it. My brain just like every time I try and think about something, my brain shuts down, and it's such a fucking pain in the ass to do, because I want to do something a little bit more advanced than just play video games and record me playing video games. I'd like to do something else, but it just any of the enthusiasm that I need to do something, the creativity, the ability to think just goes straight out the window, and I end up just staring at the fucking monitor, just dumbfounded. So yeah, if any of you guys happen to know what this is and what I can do to stop it, then brilliant, because my procrastination levels go through the roof when it comes to shit like being creative. Anyway, that's it from me. Thank you so very much for being patient. I hope to come back soon with some good news. The news that I promised you earlier. And yeah, I'll see you then. This is Mr. Jaeger, signing out.